Yeah, hello everyone. Good afternoon. This is Hassan, and I'll be talking about retaining clients for life. Let me start with an interesting factoid, because I know the audience that I'm talking to. If we compare month on month in the current turbulent times that we are in, the gross sale numbers. Look at the challenge that the gross sales in direct has gone through. A 14% dip in terms of gross sales in the direct space. But all of you in the room, okay, all the mutual fund distributors, the entire community, you have ensured that gross sales in your space, okay, has been protected. You compare the December and January numbers, it's only a 1% drop in the gross sale in the current tough conditions. So I wanted to start with a thank you note, okay, for holding it together, and you all, okay, do deserve a good round of applause. Thank you very much. Another testament, okay, of what we are capable of as MFD community is what we see in the tectonic shifts which have happened. We went through multiple iterations, okay, the launch of direct plans, the RIAs and fintechs coming in, the impact of COVID, okay, 21-22. Amidst all of this, you see one common factor, which is the green slice in the pie charts that we see, is the MFD contribution to the AUM. And you could see the numbers, okay, the 26% now, a strong indication of how you are holding the market together and continuously increasing, okay, the AUM and the sales, in turn leaving a strong mark in the industry. 24, now it's 26, 24 in 2010. In 15 years, okay, it is at 26%. A very, very healthy sign amidst all of these changes, the introduction of direct, etc. 3, in terms of, again, strong vindication, numbers in terms of the gross sales and the SIP registrations. Again, you see the CAGR at 16%, 5-year number, if you compare what we were in FY19 and where we are today. The year is not complete, okay, between FY19 and now, we are seeing 2.6 lakh crore to 6.25 lakh crore now, is what we have seen in terms of gross sales in these 2 financial years. Strong signs. Again, SIP registrations, 16 lakh registrations 5 years before in FY19 to 72 lakh registrations during this financial year. So, on acquiring new customers, new registrations, gross sales, okay, we are doing a great job, okay, as an MFD community and distributor community. That's, I think, very, very commendable. Again, I think we truly deserve, okay, a round of applause on this. Before we go to what I actually want to talk about. It is about retaining customers for life. Okay, on the gross sales part, acquiring new customers, driving sales, even in very difficult conditions like what we are in now or what we have seen in the past. It's a tick and a green bar across. What about retaining? What can we do? And what can we learn from companies like Apple? And Apple did not invent it, by the way. Apple learned it from the hotel industry, Ritz-Carlton. So what did they learn? There are 3 specific aspects, okay, in terms of the learning from Apple that we can look at. One is the product. Second is the way they conduct their sales. And the 3 is the after-sales support. Product, okay, the innovation in products that Apple brings in. And a common theme in Apple's innovation is always focus on the customer. Is a common theme. Their UI and UX, etc., and the ability to use their phones much, much better than what we had on the Blackberries and the other phones during the window. So, dedicated focus to the innovation within the UI UX space. And the second is, as soon as they innovate, they ensure that they make the customer aware. Okay, the awareness campaigns, the advertisements, the marketing, etc. Okay, they do a splendid job of that to ensure that whatever products are being manufactured and launched, okay, is well known, okay, and the awareness is well spread. And the products are very simple to use. Not just the products, even if you have seen the Apple stores, okay, it is all the standard aluminum color and the wood finish. Okay, very simple. And if you walk into an Apple store, you will see that the entire store will be clutter-free. Okay, and all the products will be lined up on the shelf and on the tables, not on the shelf, on the tables. And any customer who's walking in will walk in with an assumption that he's walked into a museum. Okay, not onto a sales shop where there is somebody standing behind you trying to push sales, etc. They give you all the freedom, okay, to experiment with the products. Okay, and specifically, Apple, within their company, okay, they call themselves as specialists. And you know what Apple stands for from a sales store standpoint? A is approach the customer with a friendly smile, welcome him. And the B stands for, say, probe, understand what he exactly wants. Okay, and the next P stands for very patiently explain, okay, about your product in detail. And L stands for listen. Okay, if there is anything specific that the customer has in terms of complaints or issues, etc., listen, active listening. And E, the conversation, okay, ends, okay, on a good farewell note and with an invitation to come back to the store. So these are the Apple ethos. Okay, and in our community, the distributor community, in the MF world, we know whatever we say, the 26% says that this industry needs active intermediation. This industry needs people to advise, to guide investors, etc. And for us to be able to do this, we should be able to explain about all the innovations. Okay, now in the last just 15 days, you had a range, okay, from the Chota SAP to SIFs which have come up, the specialized investment fund which have come up. And like Apple does, all of us in this room have the responsibility to go back and explain to our clients about all these innovations in a manner which is very simple, which is easy to understand, and the awareness should be well spread. That's what we can learn from Apple, and also we can learn from how they handle the stores part, where they don't thrust it upon you. They leave it to you to understand. Leaving the customer, okay, with the decision point is with the customer. So customer is empowered. He thinks that, yeah, I have taken the decision. And that's where the trust and loyalty factor, etc., and the emotional quotient between us and the customers increases. So a lot of things to learn from the Apple part. And I'm sure you have also, many of you in this room would have used the Apple Genius Bar. Okay, it is for the post-sale support. In the Genius Bar, you'll be able to book appointments. Okay, these are 10-minute appointments. Anything to do with your laptop, to do with your phone. Okay, it's a 10-minute iPad. You go there to the Apple store. In 10 minutes, the specialist who's assigned, the two specialists who's assigned will look into the problem, try and solve the problem. The person has all the expertise, okay, with him or her to be able to solve it. If not, the person is empowered to replace your device, okay, across the shelf based on the kind of warranties that are there which you have signed up for. That's where, okay, the specialization comes in. Okay, and what we can learn from that is our ability, our knowledge on the specialized products which are there in the market, and ability to communicate those to our clients, like how the Apple stores does it. And yeah, so these are the things that I felt that from an Apple standpoint we can learn on the product space, the sales part, what they do, and also in the post-sales innovations or the post-sales support that they carry out. What does it mean for us? Where can we apply those? Okay, in our current context, we are doing a great job in terms of the current direct sale. But how can we deepen the engagement? How can we widen the engagement? Okay, is what I thought I'd share. Being from CAMS, okay, since we have the repository of all this data and we have great teams for exceptional insights, etc., I thought it's very important to share some insights on the post-sale part. What opportunities are there in front of us? Opportunity number one, okay, is what we see in terms of widening the market. You see the SAP penetrations. 46% of the investors do not have SAPs. Okay, the industry, we have close to about 4 crore investors. 46% do not have an SAP is an opportunity number one that I want all of us to make note of, okay, which you can go back and look at widening. Number two is the step-up SAP. Okay, if you look at the numbers, most of the SAP installments are unchanged. We are working as CAMS, we take care of 4.6 crore live SAP book. Out of the 4.6 crore, 1.1 crore SIPs, the amounts have not changed in more than 3 years. Opportunity number 2, okay, where you can look at going back and speaking to your clients or looking at your client books and seeing where SIPs have not changed and being able to influence and increase that number. Opportunity number 3, expired SIPs. Okay, many of the SIPs, 36 lakh SIPs have expired in the last 3 years. Okay, and 8 lakh investors, they have not restarted their SIPs. So again, look at the after, say, sales support. If we are talking about retaining clients for life, okay, I'm sure in this room, all the distributors in your entire community, okay, I'm not sure whether you are looking at with this lens, okay, on where is opportunity? Why are, say, people not expanding their SAPs, topping up their SAPs? What is happening with the SAPs that are seized? Go back and talk about additional innovations and get it more. That was about the deepening part. Okay, what about widening? Okay, widening, when I'm saying widening, it is in terms of the number of funds in which investors have made investment, widening that. In terms of asset classes that we see on the screen, why should everyone be in equity? I know this is the trend and I know this is where customers have tasted good returns, etc. Now, there is an opportunity also, okay, in this space where we can influence the remaining 23% of the investors who are still sitting on the other asset classes. Okay, there is an opportunity here. And this one, the next one, this took me by complete surprise. Okay, I'm sure many of you in this room, when you look at this slide, 57% of the investors in the mutual fund industry have investment only in one AMC. Okay, only in one AMC. Okay, I'm not sure how many of you are aware of this fact. Again, a big opportunity, okay, to go back to your investors, look at, say, where the investments are and see if you can influence and gain more investors or widen the current investor base to cover more AMCs. Scheme view. 44% of the investors, okay, in the current market, okay, 44% of the investors have investment only in one scheme. Like we saw 57% having investment only in one AMC, 44% only in one scheme, okay, is the current investment. So again, a big opportunity where you can look at increasing it. Let me speak about another opportunity in the geography part, especially on the B30 space. So the B30 space, if you look at 5 years before and after, you will see that it has increased from 14% to 22% in terms of the sales that are happening in B30 locations. Again, MFD share only 33%. Okay, again, you may want to look at I know the other speakers before me spoke about how you can harness digital, how you can use social media, etc. You may want to look at all these opportunities in terms of how are you going to expand your presence in these B30 spaces also and increase your share beyond